Hello, Saltines. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for checking out this video today. Today we're going to talk about a mishmash of things. If you're new here, hello. My name is Audrey. This is my YouTube channel, and I am a psychic medium. I know, it's weird, but that's me. That's what I do. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your comments and messages about getting excited when there's a new video coming out. That just makes my day, and it makes it all worthwhile because I do it for you guys. So thanks so much. I hope this setting is okay. I don't know what else to do. It's sunny right here right now, so I apologize if it's hard to see this video back, but if it's blurring my face out a little, that would be fantastic. Blur the face, that would be great. I don't have makeup on. If you are noticing my jewelry, I do have a jewelry website. It's called vintageenvy.org. This is a vintage piece from Crown Trafari. You can see the little tag hanging there. It's beautiful. I have lots of Trafari on the website, and these are Christian Dior. These are clip-on. Most of the earrings on the website are clip-on. They feel fine. They don't hurt, and I'm very sensitive to touch on my body, so they feel fine. So please check out my jewelry website if you haven't already. There's some fun things. Prices range about $25 and up, depending on what you feel like. So thanks for checking that out. So the last time I was here, we did a live show that was so fun. I think that was my longest live I've ever done. It looks like it was an hour and 47 minutes. So I could just talk all day. I don't know what my problem is. Do I like to hear myself talk? I guess so. I don't know, but whatever. You guys have questions. I just keep answering and trying to answer and trying to figure things out with your help. You know, being a psychic doesn't mean I have all the answers and that I am all knowing. It means I have some information for you. You can tell me what it means. I don't know. I don't know who Sophia is, for example. You need to tell me who if I see someone named Sophia or I see the name. So it's a group effort. It's a team effort, being a psychic. So I appreciate your guys' understanding. And you know I don't have a magic wand. And if you haven't seen that live show, please go back and watch it. There was a message there for somebody. I don't know who the message is for, but it's from a grandmother figure who came into my presence for a couple days before the live show happened. She had a very urgent message for her loved one who's a young woman and who's in a bad situation and needs to get out. And whoever this message is for is kind of praying to her grandma who's passed. And here comes Spirit right now. And this young woman who's asking for grandma's help is saying, I need a sign. Please give me a sign that I know you're listening, that I know you hear me. Because we get desperate. We're hurting. We don't know what to do. There's no life manual, you know. Yeah, there's self-help books and stuff like that, but let's go to the source. Let's talk to somebody on the other side who's got all the information to get some help. And it's very important, life-changing, life-saving, even sometimes, these messages from Spirit on the other side. So I'm going to be reading some of your guys' comments and answering them and just catching up with you, really. We've been talking about J-Lo. Graciela here says, she's totally crazy. Ben's tired of her showing off. She is a horrible woman. I feel sorry for Ben. I agree. She's the biggest freaking show off ever, Jennifer Lopez. I mean, yeah, she's got a nice body. She's somewhat talented in her acting and singing. You know, she's one of those people that got lucky in the industry and for whatever reason caught the eye of producers and the right people, basically. But she's just a regular, ordinary woman. I'm sorry, she is. Angela Miller. Hi, Angela. I'm so glad you found me. Angela says, oh my God, I swear to God, the second I opened this and looked at the picture, I heard a big boom from my kitchen. I jumped up and ran in there. A pop exploded in my fridge. I'm so scared to even look at the picture now. So she's talking about the pictures I posted from my son Benjamin's job in New Hampshire, that there's a ghost in the picture. There is a ghost. I'm sorry. If you don't believe in ghosts, well, okay. I'm not going to try and convince you. I'm not here to convince anyone to believe in anything. I would like for you to believe so that I can give you messages from beyond, from the other side, to help your life. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to help you guys. So, Angela, I'm sorry that was bad timing, wasn't it, for the ghost photo and then something in your refrigerator popping. Coincidence? No, not really, Angela. I mean, you didn't ask. You didn't ask if it's a coincidence, but I'm telling you, oh, my battery's running low. Gosh darn it. Okay, hold on. Where's my pause button? Oh, there it is. Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh, gosh. I always get hair down here. Do you guys get hair in your boobs? It's a constant battle. So, by the way, I did get a new laptop. It's a large laptop. I think it's 17 inches. The screen, it's an HP. It's got 1 terabyte, 34 RAM. So it should be okay. I'm going to move my drink away from the laptop because my last laptop had a nice, fresh, hot cup of coffee with some creamer, and it's destroyed. So anyway, I'm trying to learn how to use this new laptop, which is a pain. So Angela Miller, yeah, you had a little bit of a scare there. I'm getting ready to look at those photos, and I wouldn't show you guys something dangerous because I wouldn't want to transfer the energy. So none of these ghosts in the photos of my sons are demonic. They're not mean. They're not angry. From what I gather from looking at the photos, because I can look at a photo of a ghost and tell you kind of who he was or she was, what happened, if they appear to be upset, why are they upset, what happened. I would never share an angry entity with you because literally that would be spreading negativity, and that's just something I absolutely would not do. Okay. Michelle P. says, would love to talk more about Summer Wells and if Maddie McCann ever comes to me. So Summer Wells, I did touch on, I think during the live, I did get new information, Michelle, on Summer Wells kind of as I was doing the live show. So you can go back and watch that. Now, I know the live show is 1:47, but what you can do, and this is what I do all the time, most of the time when I'm watching videos on YouTube, I click up and I run up the speed. So you can do normal speed, you can do 1.25, or you can do 1.5. Sometimes if you have a YouTuber who talks on the slower side, you can easily click on the 1.5. It gets you through the video much, much faster. And I do find some YouTubers who are quite slow. I have to try and slow my roll because I talk fast, so I purposely try and talk a little slower. But if you want to watch my 1:47 video, you can put it at 1:25. That'll speed it up a little bit, just to help you get through. I know it's a long time. Okay, so Summer Wells, I have no confirmation on that, but please go back and watch that video. It's still a question mark with Summer Wells, but I did give you new information in that video. Maddie McCann hasn't come to me. Give me just a second. I haven't thought about Maddie too much. I know I kind of dropped the ball on that case because things got busy elsewhere. But I don't have any answers on Maddie still. I mean, Spirit showed me a lot of things in the McCann case, and you can go back and watch the videos that I did on Maddie McCann. I think I did 5 or 6 videos on her specifically where I read through an article and stopped and commented on basically each sentence one at a time, basically. Again, some of these things are never going to be solved. They're never going to be, there's no justice. And that's, I believe, partly because of the laws we have here in this country we live in. And in the Maddie McCann case, I don't know what kind of laws are in Portugal. I'm sure it's not strict like the United States. I doubt, well, the UK is not even terribly strict compared to the United States. So a lot of these crimes are going to go unpunished. You know, these criminals have too many rights. Too many rights. As I said in, was it the hamburger case, the BRYAN hamburger case? You know, take out his voice box. Take away his voice. Take away his ability to write anything, because that's what he did to those 4 students. He took away their abilities to communicate by voice and by writing anything because they're dead. So maybe that's what we need to do. Okay, Marsha Woods. Hi, Marsha. I missed your live. I was out of town, enjoying a few days away with my amazing son. Oh, he's my best friend and makes me laugh. Hopefully I can catch your next one. I always go back and watch your videos. By the way, you look awesome in your makeup and you don't need eyelashes. Thank you. Yeah, she's trying the eyelash extensions and they start falling out. But the problem, Marsha, I have with eyelash extensions is my real lashes started falling out down here. So now when I get eyelash extensions, they end like right here. I don't have anything down further because I don't have any hair. So that's a problem. So doing the falsies with the glue and sticking them on, or the magnet ones, are going to be my only option, honestly. I have a dental appointment. Well, I have an appointment with the oral surgeon because I need a couple of teeth. I need a few teeth. They're not sure if they can give me one on this side, which I desperately need a tooth over here, a molar. I told my husband, stop putting cucumbers in my salad. I can't chew them. I can't chew up. I don't have any molars on the bottom. He's laughing. He's like, why are you chewing peanuts? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe because they're smaller. But I can't eat cucumbers anymore right now. So I have that appointment on Monday. Okay, let's see. Thanks. Yeah, you guys, if you can join the live shows, be a part of it. This is your channel just as it is, as much as it is mine. It is. You guys make up the channel. You know, I guess I set the agenda basically based on what you guys tell me you want from me, but it's as much your channel as it is mine. So I want you to be proud of me. I want you to be proud of the content. I want you to be proud as a saltine to come here to the channel and be salty with me. And I'm not salty in a mean way. I just get a little worked up sometimes. And I think that's why the doctor put me on high blood pressure medicine, because I'm very passionate about some things and I can't help it. Okay, I'm going to read a comment from Fallon. It says, early in the case, all psychics were saying Bryan Kohberger is only one who did away with the Idaho 4. Now that there are rumors that others were involved, these psychics are changing their beliefs to say more people were involved. You're the only one I know who has stuck by their original view on being just Bryan Kohberger. I can see that one person could have done this, but can you see others might be involved also? Will be good to see what is proved. Hope you are right. Hang in there, beautiful. Well, thank you, Fallon. And yeah, I don't come back and change my mind as a psychic medium. Yeah, it's scary putting information out there, especially on a murder case. It's uncomfortable. I'll be honest with you. It's uncomfortable saying crazy stuff. Let's face it, what I am saying a lot of times is nuts. And I know that. But I'm going to be the person to say the uncomfortable things because that's the truth. If I got something to say and it's true, then I will say it. And I'm not going back on my word. I mean, sometimes I've been wrong on something And I have to go back and analyze, okay, why was I wrong? What did I do? Let me go back and see and think about when I was interacting with spirit on this particular situation, whatever, what did they tell me? Why did I gather this answer instead of this other answer? It's me. It's me interpreting wrong sometimes. Not often. I don't often interpret wrong. The longer I go on doing these things, the better I understand and translate the information from spirit. But every single spirit is different. It's like a human being like me and you. Every spirit communicates different. So some spirits use these words, some other spirits use these other words, and I have to kind of be speaking all these different languages, even though it's all comes telepathic, and I'm just all of a sudden knowing the information. Yeah. So, for example, here's a good example of me being wrong in the KOHBERGER case as far as a conversation I had with my husband. The day this came out and my husband asked me about this case, I wasn't on YouTube yet. I was like a week out from starting up my new channel. And I said, I feel like this kid's rich because I keep seeing dollar signs above him. I keep seeing lots of money around this guy, younger guy who I was describing, BRYAN KOHBERGER, and come to find out, no, they're not rich, but they've got money problems apparently. And my husband's like, you were wrong. Uh-oh. I'm like, well, not really. Uh-oh, because money's money. So I took it as they're having money, but no, they're having money problems. So if you can understand how I might misrepresent what Spirit said, when I'm wrong, it's usually things like that, which in some cases could be a major problem. In this case, I just kind of, okay, all right, I'll calm down next time Spirit's talking to me and just kind of calm down. And now I know I should have said, I'm seeing dollar signs, so this could mean he has money, this could mean money problems. So things like that can potentially make me appear to be wrong, but it is what it is. It was, these are honest mistakes. Okay, Ollie, you didn't see my live. Hopefully you saw the live by now. Uh-oh. Oh no. Uh-oh. I'm seeing all these messages from you guys saying you don't see the message about the live show. Well, big shocker, I did mess it up twice. I messed up my posting that I was going to go live. I didn't put publish on it because you have to put publish or unlisted or whatever. I didn't publish it. So only those people who were on my community page knew that I was going to go live because I put a notice on my community page that I was going to do a live show. So I apologize. That's, cuckoo brains me. So hopefully you guys found it. And even after the live show, it takes a few hours for it to process because it was a long show. It takes a while to process. Then it should go live after that, or it should be published after that so you can watch it. Well, guess what? I didn't publish that either. So it wasn't until the evening on that same day I had to go back and click on publish. So I apologize. 2 things for me to remember on the next live show. So my fault. Pilot error. I apologize. That's awful. I hate when I do stupid things like that. Okay. Someone replied in the comments, and I did talk about this during the live show, a snide remark. Who cares? That's what this person wrote. Who cares? So Louisa Galisti doesn't care. She didn't care that I had a message for somebody that was going to change their life and possibly save their life. So as I explained on the live show to Louisa, who I don't know if she watched it, if she's a subscriber or not. Well, we care. And someone liked her comment. So yeah, if you're the kind of person that doesn't care about my content, then just go. But honestly, on I mentioned this during the live, which is I feel some negative things around Louisa, and Louisa could be a teenage boy for all I know. You know, a lot of people use fake names. So I'm not sure who this Louisa is, but absolutely feel the problems and the heaviness and the darkness around this person calling themselves Louisa. So if you don't care, Louisa, I'm sorry, because everyone else on my channel, we're a group, mostly women. We care about each other. If you don't want to accept free love and care from us, girl, you can just go. And that's sad. And I hope you don't go. Because whatever you're going through, I'm sorry, we can help you. I have the most loving, caring, helpful subscribers and viewers on my channel. I do. And it's shocking to me how open and loving and accepting people are. But I'm so happy about that. So anyway, that was a comment I had mentioned earlier. Let's see. What's next? Okay. Okay, so Debbie is saying, unbelievable, Bryan Kohberger's parents knew about the crimes and said nothing. Like the cards Bryan Hamburger's parents had at the parents' house. So I said in the video, and I've said this before from pretty much the beginning, Bryan Hamburger's dad knew right off the bat about that Bryan was guilty. Again, I have to say allegedly. I have to also tell you, I'm just a crazy woman who claims to be psychic and talks to dead people. You shouldn't listen to me. I'm nuts. I'm just a crazy Californian. I'm just bored. Okay, so I have to put that disclaimer in for YouTube. But I will fully tell you, in all honesty, I believe in what I'm saying. I wouldn't be sharing or spending or wasting your time here if I didn't believe this was all true. So Bryan Hamburger's dad knew right off the bat about that he was guilty. The mom was worried that he was the one who did the killings in Idaho. The parents have known this pretty much from the beginning. And Bryan did not kill Dana Smithers. In case you've heard about that inquiry that's been going on between Bryan's parents and a jury questioning Dana Smithers, was a woman in Pennsylvania who was found dead in horrible ways. That wasn't Bryan. She's not Bryan's type. And that sounds awful. But that's what Spirit says. He wouldn't have gone for someone like Dana Smithers. What does that mean? I don't know, but that's what Spirit's telling me. Not his type. It was apparently someone else's type, but it wasn't Bryan Hamburger's type. He didn't want to kill somebody like Dana Smithers. Not interested. Also, yeah, I will say it again. Bryan did this by himself. I don't care what the police say. I don't care what... I mean, you want to believe the police because they're police and they're supposed to protect us. I just realized I don't have my stupid light on. Maybe that's the problem. I'm calling it stupid light when it's clearly my fault. Hold on. You guys should see how I'm rigged over here. Oh, there I am. Oh my God, you're so stupid. Okay. Well, hello. Hello. Now you can see my face. Oh, I'm sweating. Okay. Okay. I just realized that. So sorry. Look at this mess. Anyway. So no, Bryan Kohberger did the murders all by himself. I'm just going through. I'm looking at Spirit. No, are you kidding? Do you think someone like Bryan Hamburger would let someone else do any of his murdering? No, he was like a kid in the candy store. He doesn't want anyone's help. That's not who he's about. That's not the kind of killer he was. And I stand by what I said. Spirit doesn't change their mind. Spirit may correct me. Spirit may say, hey, Audrey, hey. hey, idiot, you said this wrong. Or when, Spirit will say, when I said this, you said it wrong, and I really meant it like this. Look, you see what I'm saying, Spirit? Spirit's trying to correct me sometimes, but no, Spirit's still standing with what they said before. So I have no need to change any answers. Spirit's made it very clear, and I've never had a spirit come back in this kind of situation in a murder case saying, oh, well, just kidding, I was wrong. No, because spirits don't do that. Spirits don't mess around like that, and spirits are all-knowing. They know everything. So it's just a matter of how much they want to share with me on any subject, any situation. So BRYAN Hamburger did it by himself. This was his first murder. I don't care what anyone else says. I can see it. I can feel it. So when this whole Dana Smithers thing came up, it's like, it's not him. I can tell you right now, it's not him. I told my husband, it's not him. It's not him. I'm telling you, Spirit gives me such an absolute answer that the Idaho 4 was maybe not his first crime, but his first murder. And yes, had he not been caught, he would have continued and found new victims. So I don't know. Does he want to be like that other criminal? Who's that other criminal? Ted Bundy? I kind of want to say something mean right now. It's like, BRYAN, you want to be a murderer. You can't make your own style. You got to copycat somebody. You have to look up to somebody else. You couldn't even set your own standard. What a shitty murderer you are. I'm just saying, like, what a loser. He couldn't even do his own murder style. He had a copycat. And I know there's copycat crimes. I know that. But for the amount of ego Bryan KOHBERGER has that Spirit shows me, I'm just a little surprised that he's a copycat, not a leader in the industry, if you will. So, well, whatever. Okay. Lori Miller says, I was asking my granny for the help she promised before she passed. She wanted the house to be mine, but was afraid to put it in the will. She believed my dad would do the right thing and give it to me. I didn't know why, but I was apprehensive about it. Now that he's been acting crazy and lying to people about me, I asked her to remember our conversation and that she said she would help me from the other side. Dad and I are in a race, and my future depends upon me winning. He owes me a lot more than a beat-up old house. Hard to understand how someone could be so evil and have such an easy life. He has been looked after his whole life, made my mom and I's lives a nightmare, still hurting me to this very day. I'm desperate for some love and support, even if it's only from Spirit. Well, Lori, I'm sorry. That's really crappy. And I'm in a similar situation, but that's crap. That's a garbage way to be treated by your father. Okay, here's my salty. Lori, listen, Lori. This is my salty coming out, okay? I wish your grandma, someone's coming. I wish your grandma would haunt him. I do. Audrey, who says that? What kind of psychic are you that you're telling someone you hope their grandmother haunts their father to do the right thing? Well, you know what? Sometimes that's what it takes. Did you see the movie Ghost? Have you seen that movie Ghost? Sometimes situations need extreme action. Lori, I'm going through something very similar with my parents and the house and my siblings. Well, one sibling in particular who's getting the house and getting everything. It's so unjust. My father is extremely, extremely religious. I've written a book about it. It's disgusting what he's doing to me right now. He's He's become a liar because of my narcissistic mother. So my dad's risking his salvation, as he put it, because he's sticking by my mom's side and doing what my mom wants. So my dad's taken back everything he's told me. I built a second little house on their property, not giving me anything. I mean, it just goes on, Lori. It goes on and on and on. So I understand, Lori, you're upset. I understand that hurt. I understand the disappointment. I understand the pain and the confusion as to how someone could do this to you. It's wrong. It's wrong, wrong. And probably nothing negative is going to happen to your dad or my dad or anyone once they pass. It's all gone. So why not Grandma? What's Grandma's name? I'm trying to see if Grandma will come in. Grandma, do you have the abilities to just maybe appear in front of him? I don't know. You know, I don't know what happens to people when people start dying. They turn into someone else because they get greedy and they don't keep up with their promises. Usually because there's someone else involved and they're pushing that person to make these bad choices. But ultimately, your dad's responsible for what he's doing to you. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I think it would be absolutely fine. Why have the abilities if you're not going to use them on the other side? And I'm trying to see if I can get in contact with this grandma to see what kind of abilities she has. I would love for her to maybe ring the doorbell 50 times in a row or knock on the bedroom door every day or something. Nothing harmful. Maybe have her picture jump off the wall. I've seen that in person. It's not always scary. A lot of times it's like, oh shit. Yeah, you heard me, you know, like whatever the case is. But yeah, sometimes seeing spirit do things in person may snap somebody back into reality and change their mind about undermining what the loved one wanted before they died. Just saying. I'm sorry, Lori. That's just really shitty. And, you know, when you say you're desperate for some love and support, I got you. I love and support you. And I know the other ladies here on the channel love and support you. You know, even though we cannot maybe do something to help you, I'm validating. And I know other ladies will validate you as well. Your feelings and upset are rational. They're warranted. They're understandable. It's not you. You didn't do anything wrong to cause your father to act like an ass. Just like I didn't do anything to get what I deserve from my family. And that's why I share my stupid life experiences with you guys, because I want you to see and understand it's not just you. These things happen to everyone, and it's awful. And getting love from your loved one who's crossed over, I will tell you, is the most absolute love, unconditional love. I'm getting chills. I'm not sure who's trying to come in. That's the purest form of love, is from a loved one. And if that's the only love you have in your life, Lori, that's great. That's better than so many other people on the planet. So I hope your grandma shows herself to you as well, to remind you, Lori, that you're there. You're what's the word? I want to make sure I say the right word. You are deserving, Lori. You are deserving of everything your grandmother told you that you should have. And don't kick yourself for not putting the house in your name before. You know, you're like me. You know, You don't want to step on any toes. You just want everything to be calm, everyone to be happy. Don't want to ruffle any feathers, and then it bites you in the butt. And sometimes that happens, but it doesn't mean that your father's won. And I hear what you're saying about you need that house. You need the stability of having that house. I hear you. Lori, I'm sorry. We're here for you. Comment as much as you want, and hopefully during the next live show you can come in. Okay. Debbie says, Brian gives me the willies. I don't like looking even at his picture. How that is crazy. I watch you as much as I can. Thank you. That is creepy. Maybe the father should be with his son in jail. Well, he may be, Debbie. He may be. Are you going to follow this case on your channel? Yes, I have been, Debbie. Murder's never fair. Murder's never justified. No, well, I shouldn't say that. There are some cases of self-defense that are justified, right? Here's something, Debbie, and I don't think I've said this before. Bryan KOHBERGER, the hamburger, doesn't necessarily see himself in a bad situation because he was caught. Because now everyone knows what a great murderer he is because he killed 4 people in 15 minutes, or whatever the timeline was. So he's kind of boasting about it. He's happy everyone knows how successful his murder was. What a sick... Ugh. Also, regarding the neighborhood, I said this a long time ago in one of my hamburger videos. There's an older man. I can see him in my mind right now. He lives in that neighborhood where the Idaho 4 lived, or I guess it was Idaho 6 lived, really. This older gentleman saw KOHBERGER driving up and down so often, this gentleman thought, oh, he probably lives in the neighborhood. And I know they've talked to this man. How? Because spirits told me. This isn't something I've read. This isn't something anyone's told me. This is only from spirit showing me this man. He has kind of a pear shape, I guess. An egg shape, pear shaped. I'm no better, trust me. I'm just saying. I can see the man. He's wearing a white shirt. He's got grayish white hair. He's older. And yeah, he's seen Bryan Hamburger so many times. He thought he lived in the neighborhood. And I said this a long time ago. So I wonder when that information is going to come out. Oh, hi, Abby. Thank you, Abby. I'm so happy to be back. Yeah, sometimes life, you gotta just throw your hands up and let life do what it needs to do to you, which in my case was kind of break me down to build me back up into something, a better version of myself, I guess, a stronger version, a non-bitter version. I still have things I don't like that happened in my past the last few years. But I'm in a good place, and it's so awesome to be back. I love it. I love being here. Rosanna, I know. I call them Mr. and Mrs. Hamburger. But you want fries? You want a shake with that? What do you want with your hamburger? You want pickles? Yeah, so we do have to remember, by the laws of our country, Bryan Hamburger is innocent until proven guilty. But if you're a saltine and you're on my channel, then you know how I feel. And I'm not telling you that you have to feel the same way as me. You have your own mind. You have your own thoughts. You keep them for yourself. I have my own thoughts. Okay, let's see. Doreen McLean has a comment. You are absolutely right. I recall and agree with the things that you said first. I find Bryan to be cocky. It's interesting. There is a recent talk that he may have been involved in the disappearance of another woman prior to the Idaho 4. I believe his parents are being questioned about it. Praying full justice will be done for the students and their families. Okay. So yeah, and I mentioned that about the Dana Smithers, Doreen. Spirit shows me he did not kill her, even though the parents were questioned. Kay says, Audrey, I had the weirdest thing happen. I experienced seeing someone who passed away. I was at work fixing my hair in the bathroom. I was feeling kind of down, like not too good about my life that day. I was looking in the mirror, wearing a mask. This was about a year ago, I think. This woman walked in, stood next to me, and started washing her hands. As she was doing that, she turned to me and smiled and said, "You look great." I was so shocked. I turned to look at her, and I swear it was Lacey Peterson. I have the chills. She had the same short, dark hair. I could see her wide smile, even though she had the mask on. Her eyes were so kind. I swear took over someone's body for a second, or she came in as herself. Either way, she made my day so beautiful. Beautiful soul she is. That's interesting. I love those kind of stories. Let me grab my water. I love those kind of stories. It's so crazy when spirit does that. And I have full-blown chills. I've seen something similar. Seeing somebody seeing a spirit use someone's body to pop in it for just a split second so that you can look at them and see somebody you know, somebody you could identify. That's crazy. That's awesome. Poor Lacey Peterson. That's just, oh God. Brenda ONeill says he will be found guilty and will get the death penalty, and that is regarding BRYAN Hamburger. Carrie's asking, do your pets go to the same place when we die? Yes, they do. Tracy is talking about Maddie McCann. Red herring, a clue left meant to mislead investigators. Tracy says Suzanne could have been feeling the efforts of tranquilizers. Wasn't there a dart found near the dryer? Yes. Now Tracy's talking about Suzanne Morphew. Yeah, Tracy. Suzanne could have been feeling the effects of a tranquilizer. That case sucks too, because Mr. Morphew got away with murder, in my opinion, I have to say. How much time do we have? Roseanne Haywood says, Roseanne Haywood. Maybe an update on Shanann and her kids. Roseanne, I don't talk about that case. It's just awful. There's no update on the Watts case. Everything's where it's going to be. No, there's no update. No, there's no new news. I said everything I could say on that case, and I hate that case. I hate that case so much for so many reasons. Tina T says, hello, dear lady. When the parental knowledge was made public, I clearly remembered you having said that. It was at the time of the traffic stops during the December father and son cross-country road trip. Yeah, Tina's talking about BRYAN KOHBERGER. Linda Jo says, that'll be interesting to see the parents talking about BRYAN KOHBERGER. When two people produce an evil, rotten person that kills people, they should want that child to pay the consequences for their actions. Yeah. They produced a human being that caused horrible deaths and extreme grief for the family members of those he killed. What kind of people want their killer son to get away with murder? I know. Can you imagine? The thing is, with someone like BRYAN KOHBERGER, he would kill the parents. I would want my kid locked up if it was BRYAN KOHBERGER. I mean, he is the same age as my kids. You know, I wouldn't want my son in my house if there was any suspicion that he killed somebody. I'd be the first one to turn him in, probably. I don't want to be murdered. I don't want to be killed. I don't want my family members to be killed. He's dangerous. I could see him killing his parents if needed, if he wanted to, BRYAN KOHBERGER. So his parents should be thankful he didn't kill them. But he needs to stay behind bars. He probably will get the death penalty. How long will it take for it to actually go through? You know, a lot of times those take years and years and years and years, but there's some parents of the murder victims, one especially Kaylee's dad. I think he has enough passion and upset to make it happen sooner rather than later. And, you know, like I said before, people who are gone, people who have been murdered, they don't want us to destroy our own lives by trying to make sure justice happens, because there's no justice. There's no justice. Even a conviction is not justice, and even being killed by the death penalty isn't enough justice. But that's our civilization. That's what we say is justice based on who we are right now in this universe, living the life we have in 2023. That's what we consider justice. So yes. Yeah. So there's no justice. There's just not. Jody Denhartog. Jody, I'm sorry I'm saying your name wrong. Denhartog. Is that German, Jody? I love you too, Jody. Thank you. All right, you guys, I think I'm going to leave it here. I don't know how to do my editing on this new laptop. We'll see how it goes. So the opening and closing and stuff may be different. It may be different altogether because the editing is on the other computer, but I promised my husband I will stop using his computer now that I have my own again. And I don't want to spill this drink. So I will leave it here for now. I'll talk to you guys soon. Yeah, so thanks again for checking out that live the other day. I'll try and do another live in about a week, next weekend or next Friday, next Saturday when Johnny's not here. So thanks so much. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to check out my jewelry website, vintageenvy.org. It is vintage, it is designer, and it is fine costume jewelry. Christian Dior, Crown Trafari. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram. I post pictures of the cats and things I'm eating, that kind of junk. I want you guys to see I'm just a normal person. I'm just a regular person living a life. I just happen to have messages from your loved ones. So that's why I'm here to help you. All right. Thanks so much. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you super soon. Mwah. Ciao.